on Westy can hear us anyway. Right. Thank you all for coming. I know we were expecting one or two more, but they might not have been able to get on. I just wanted to call a meeting because but all of you are sort of aware of what's happening with the French coming over next year. But I wanted to bring everyone together just to update us, because we have penciled in a meeting with the French now in about a month's time, that me and Derek are just going to update the French. But before that, I just wanted for everyone to go around the room, just introduce yourself. There's a few that might not know everyone. I know you vaguely know, and we've got Wesley online as well. Before I get into it though, are we all okay to be recorded? Just give a thumbs up.
Yes. Happy.
Brilliant. Yeah. Paolo, do you want to start?
From Paolo, I'm the chair of the Connecting District Twinning Association.
Good afternoon, Paul Fisher, Community Manager with the Scarlets.
Dallas James, Principal Officer for Connecting Town Council.
David Arkin, Chair of the Twin Committee on the Temples.
Steve Williams on the Agen Training Committee and Council of the SE Board.
Andrew Brigoli, Town Mayor and Vice Chair on the Town Council Training Committee.
Westy, your turn.
My camera's not working for some reason, but I'm Rhys Westcott and I was the team manager for the latest tour to Agen this summer.
It was a good one, wasn't it, as well, West?
Yes, we thoroughly enjoyed.
I can try and turn it up a little bit more. If not, I might bring him over here when Weston needs to speak. But yeah, no, so basically, diolch am dod, and I wanted to just update from, so this year we're in great links with Agen, with our twin town now. We wanted to reciprocate the tour that we had. So again, like Westy was saying, it was a really nice tour. We had, I've got on view, Westy, the trophy that I had to sneak past customs. But it was a really good trip that they hosted us, and they were more than accommodating. I know there was some miscommunication when we were out there sometimes on the rugby half, but I'm really keen, because it was the first time that it was ever happening, and when they come over, I really want us to showcase what we can do as well over internationally. Now, stakeholders in the room as well, and the people in the room are probably the right people that we want in the room as well. Bring different knowledges, different aspects of things. So I'm really glad you could all make it. Now, the under 15s boys, I know although we took Westy's group with Nesby schoolboys, so the schoolboys 15s now have turned into 16s, and it's been really, really good. They've had a lovely start to do a shield campaign, Westy, haven't you?
Yes, currently unbeaten. 2 from 2. So far, so good.
So far, so good. 2 from 2. So it's been really good at the minute to see them boys. And to be fair, when I go, I've been to both games myself and supported the boys, and it's a lovely thing. And they all remember it and they all cherish it. They all say, "Sean, why are you here? You're football," but it's good, and the boys see that I support them, and the boys are really supported it as well. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't take over a girls under 18s team over to Agen. After approaching the college and approaching the Saucepans and approaching Scarlets and approaching Port and approaching everyone, we couldn't find a team to go over. Now, the main reason from the college were the main runners, but they decided not to because of exams. So we approached them this year on the return visit, so that's all they'd have to do is play them here. They declined the invite due to them being in tour of Canada at the time. We then approached Port, the club, who were unable to raise a team for under 18s because they don't have one. We approached Scarlets, that they don't really have an under 18s, do they, Fish?
No, not at the moment. It's not. They used to be the RAG 18 program.
Yeah.
The WRU sort of stopped that and gone to the PDC, so they reduced the number of teams.
Yeah.
So no sort of direct sort of under 18 team, with the exception of the hubs that we've got around the area.
So then we, like Fish said, we approached the hub then, the local hub, which was the Strally Saucepans. Now, although formerly based in the Wanderers, then formerly based in Furness. They're now playing at a Trimsaran, which is their hub affiliated club at the minute, but they do still have a lot of girls within Llanelli Borough, Llanelli Town. They do have a lot of girls within the area. Now, I spoke to Sian and Vicky as sort of the last roll of the dice, and they have said yes, and they're keen to do it. The only thing that they're a little bit worried about is that there's a hub cup that we just need to check the dates on, but formally they don't really play rugby in June, do they, Fish? No. So it shouldn't be an issue. So then ultimately we'd have Llanelli schoolboys and the 15s next year with Westie's group. And then we'd have, so the new ones that are coming through, the ones that haven't been to Agen. And you've got a few in the group already, Westie, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got 5 or 6, I think, who are in the current squad who will be eligible or of age to play next year as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be the under 15s boys of next year. Sorry, this year. And then it'd be this year's girls under 18s, which Rally Saucepans have got. Now, they have said they are fair. They're about 15, 16, 17 with their under 18s, but they hopefully recruit more. But they did say they would probably get the full squad for this because it's such an occasion. Now, that's both at this from both clubs. Now, the Saucepans are keen to explore the idea. I know a good working relationship with Westie and the Llanelli Schools boys as well, and they're keen. So that's the teams bit done. So we've got opposition to play against them when they come over, which is really good because I was worried that we couldn't reciprocate the girls and the 18s because we didn't have them going over. But it's good that we've got both teams coming over. Now,
So the last meeting we had with colleagues in France, wasn't it, Morgan and Nicholas, they confirmed that they have got a girls team that's keen to come over, isn't it? So
Yeah.
they're looking to bring 2 squads,
yeah.
girls and boys. So
So they're looking roughly at about 50 people, including the coaches. So they're not going to bring as much as we took out, because we took out, I think, Westie, was it 24 or 23 boys?
23 players, isn't it? What do we have? 4 coaching staff and yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. So they're going to take ultimately a little bit less numbers, but they said the issue with us, there's going to be 50 coming over, and that's Cynnoes, the boys, the girls, and the coaches. They have mentioned that they might send a delegation as well, but that'll be a separate, completely separate to the rugby. With the arrangements, myself and Del have had a look at and pre-booked as well, and we've got it on lock at the minute, so it's ours if we needed it, that we have booked down in World Horizons. Now World Horizons can host up to 80, which again is a good number for us because we could host all of them. I know Westie, the accommodation wasn't the best over there. I know it was 45 degrees and it felt like there was no vents or anything. But I think down in World Horizons, they've got a lovely room, haven't they, Dal? And they've got a hall they could use just next to the beach. You know, it's probably one of the only locations that we can house so many people. But that's kind of where we're thinking of hosting them. Now, in terms of the rugby side of things, we are looking at venues for them to train and to play. Now, I think we explored some options of Furness, we explored some options of New Dock Stars. When I spoke to you, Fish, probably the training pitch is out of remit, isn't it? But if we were, do you think the barn would be able to accommodate the training?
The indoor training centre will be fine. It's just that the training pitch normally gets ripped up and reseeded towards sort of like the back end of May. So realistically, probably wouldn't be fit for purpose in June.
Okay.
But the indoor training centre that time of year, you know, as long as we know the dates, we can make sure that they're clear, you know, because the only primary schools, they tend to book them for school sports.
Yeah.
But as long as we know the dates, and you know, that won't be an issue.
Yeah.
We can accommodate that.
I could chuck another venue in, which is Scarlets have used when their pitch has been struggling, is Trostra.
Yeah, we have.
That would, Scarlets have used Trostra, It doesn't get used. The football pitch gets used a little bit,
Yeah.
but the rugby pitch is very rare. It's only when Scarlets have used it for training, when their pitch has been unsuitable for training.
Is there a host club there?
No, there's no club there at all. So we'd have to go through the works manager
Yeah.
and ask for permission there. But like I said, they've allowed the Scarlets to use it previously.
Yeah. I think looking at it would be nice to go back to somewhere. I think with with Furness, you'd have the club to go back to a Furness, or the idea is because there's 50 of them, there's going to be 25, and I think ideally we're going to have to split it. I think there's going to be a boys and a girls.
The only thing though, that, you know, the only distance from Parc Scarlets to Trostre is through the tunnel. You're not talking a million miles, Sean.
Yeah.
You're talking about from here to Ruby's, perhaps the church. That's all it is.
You can use the indoor training centre. You know, that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
And then you could go back to the Heart and Soul and all the Stradi Cafe, you know, after there's the bar and stuff if you wanted to tell it too.
Okay. I think speaking to Westy and the team, their sort of preference was, and correct me if I'm wrong, Westy, that not New Dock Stars probably would have, because of the renovations that they take out in the earlier on May time, that New Dock Stars is quite nice at the time.
Well, I'm sure the Scarlets train it, don't they, Fish, in the summer.
But over the
They use it, don't they?
First part of the season,
Yeah.
Scarlets will tend to maintain
The New Dock Stars.
pitch, but they train there until obviously that training pitch is ready.
Yeah. So
So that would be an ideal.
I would be inclined to narrow it down to maybe 4 facilities. It would be Scarlet's Barn, it would be Trostre, it would be Furness, and it would be New Dock Stars. And if we can try and utilise them 4 pitches, I think it would be really, really good. Now, ideally, I probably want the game to be at a club. So I wouldn't have it at this barn because there's nowhere, or Trostre. So it would either be between, I don't know if we maybe put the girls in one place and the boys in another place, or do we have one central location? What's our feelings on that?
I think you need one central location because of the logistics of trying to move people around.
Well, I don't know. I'd be tempted to use Furness for one game and use Dock Stars for the other one. Share it out.
What's the actual date of the game?
27th of June.
Furness have changed their maintenance dates to accommodate for that anyway. So what we've done is, because we've got the 2 pitches, any games that we would be playing towards the end of the season, other than obviously cup games which will be elsewhere, we play them on the bottom pitch. So that would allow us then to get that pitch maintained. So more or less, they'd be playing on perfect surface, ready for people. So that's already been diaries with us. If not, they would change it back the other way. But that's where the committee already agreed to that. They were in the meetings. They're happy to do that.
Okay.
Provided to 7 boys on the recent tournament. So
It's a double-header, sure.
Yeah, it'll be girls and boys. I don't know what we're going to do with the trophy.
Keep it.
No, well, no, with girls and boys, because I don't think they really thought that one through.
You can just feel on you can have boys on the left.
Yeah.
They made
Yeah,
that available. Surely we could make a trophy available for the girls.
yeah,
And
possibly.
keep that one for the boys, and we provide one for the girls.
Yeah.
So,
I think that.
Yeah. So if we were to try, I would recommend us try and utilise them 4 pitches. Now with a match day, it's difficult because where do you? So I would want definitely to have something in Furness if you've changed the maintenance schedule as well. I know we're trying to get the Dollar Ivy buses to run back and forth. Now I know if we were in Agen, and Westy knows where we played on there, but Westy basically they were going to play the girls' game on the pitch next door. But they were in really close proximity, but we haven't got that sort of facility. So I don't know whether we maybe kick off.
we've got the Furness one. Got 2 pitches.
they've got the pitch under the 1 years, haven't you, as well? And for the 1 years and the top pitch.
It's the bottom one as well now. That doesn't need as much maintenance. Obviously, the top pitch is our main pitch for us really. The bottom pitch is playable surface as well. We're already playing games there now, to be honest. So
Saying that, man, you probably make it more of an occasion if you played consecutive.
yeah.
So you played one kicked off, allow a little bit of time in between, and then play the next game after. So you make So you make it like a day, you make it an event. So if you play two at the same time, then obviously people are going to be split a bit.
Yeah, I suppose then as well, the other team from Agen can cheer on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The boys can cheer the girls on and the girls can cheer the boys on, you know what I mean?
We're already doing
I think that would be.
double header will always be my preference rather than play.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
But the other thing, as I said about the logistics, you're saying about minibuses, you'd need 4 minibuses to move that number of people.
Yeah, or we do like in Agen,
Yeah.
what they did was back and forth, yeah.
Service.
They only had one minibus and they
Yeah,
gave us back and
it's-
And the
forth.
trickle service, yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
not
good thing
that.
is, like Paul is saying, now if you did it as a double header, that'd be a much better atmosphere in the club,
Yeah,
and presentation going on then,
Yeah.
because everybody's together.
Would you host it at Furness?
We've got the capacity, we have a, I'm not being anti-doc here, but.
Yeah.
Our room is a lot bigger than all of our people, so one main room, it could take 400 people very easily. The dock isn't pretty, dock, say, I'm not saying it's doing this, it's just added a big pitch.
Yeah.
So, when you talk about capacity of people to come in, you could talk in, you have 50 for the French team,
Yeah,
you'll have 50 on the Scarlets players there,
yeah.
you have other people there,
All parents.
all
That's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as well, you know, our other room is much smaller than the big room in the dock.
Yeah.
And then you see the study arm at the road as well, so some of the next couple of things.
Do you think we could play 2 games on that first pitch?
Yeah, we do it more, we do it now, well, you play one game, or seniors will play a game after.
Same pitch?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Like straight after.
Yeah. Obviously give them time for them to get in the showers and sort themselves out,
Yeah.
half hour break or whatever, and then by the time you're in the beam, so it's gonna be
Yeah.
after getting the shower, whatever that, you know.
Yeah.
Jinxing it now, aren't you?
So,
Westy, would the schoolboys look fondly on Furness?
Yeah, I don't see why not, because Agen and Furness have supplied us with a couple of schoolboys this year, and they have in the past hosted us, so I don't see any reason why not.
With that reflection of sort of working in the middle. The under 15 emerging player program starts next Monday.
Okay.
So whether or not you wanted some footage like where it starts, where it sort of ends.
Yeah.
So you've got the under
See how they progress.
so the under 15 program on Monday is like an open program, so you might end up with 50, 60 kids, and then you get to a point then where the squad is selected and that squad plays against
Is that the EPPP? Yeah.
EWP.
EPPP.
So whether you wanted to do a little bit of something, so you could even use that then as a promotion for the event next year and for future years.
Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. So if we look to host the game in Furness, and then we'll have a look at it. If we'll have one definitely at the barn fish if we can,
Training session, huh?
and the training session
Yeah.
ideally on the Friday night, which will be the 26th. And then we can liaise then between Trostren and New Dock Stars for the other accommodating team as well.
When are they planning to arrive?
Good question. Probably it'll be Friday, either early morning Friday or afternoon. It'll be the same as what we did.
Yeah, they were talking about.
Really
getting
pushing it then to, if they fly to Bristol on a Friday afternoon, because what we did,
No, they were on about coming Friday morning.
Morning, yeah.
yeah, okay.
Or all the 26.
Yeah.
So they'll have the captain's run then.
Well, normally, yeah, they'll have captain's run on the Friday night, and then offer us into like a nice flow actually.
Right, sorry.
So like a pre-training.
Right.
Yeah. So they'll probably do that on the Friday night. So maybe one will be with Fish and one will be either Trostra or New Dock Stars. Then they could go then to have their evening meal or something after that training. So they wake up on Saturday, then they can have their breakfast down in World Horizons. We could do something then Saturday morning, Fish ideally with the Scarlets. Either possibly whether it's if you can get some players in or a stadium tour or something along those lines on the Saturday morning.
Saturday, 27.
Yeah, Saturday 27th of June. Yeah.
Still gonna be there.
We're still going to be here, don't worry. Welsh Rugby Union might not be, but we will.
So
I'll be there to open up.
We'll have that 27th then, and then they can head from there then over to Furness to prep the game. Because ideally, we're going to need to kick one of them off at about 1:30, and about the other one about 3:30, 4 o'clock to allow the pitch to come in and to warm up. Oh, they could warm up on the second team pitch,
Yeah,
couldn't they?
yeah, that's what they warm up second pitch. We've got the changing rooms there as such.
Okay.
But in fairness, most of them turn up in their kit then, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Then off to go.
Yeah.
Then
We could, yeah, we'll assess that in the change rooms. Okay, the
evening of the 27th, sure.
evening of the 27th.
So normally, what we'd probably look to do on the 26th is host them here. For a mayoral reception here.
When on the 27th, on the 26th,
26th,
on the Friday night.
yeah. It's maybe after they've done the captain's run.
Yeah, they could
We'll have
come
it-
here.
Yeah,
Well, they're going to need to go back to their accommodation, freshen up and then come, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're not going to shop here in 30 rugby kit, are they?
yeah, no. That didn't make sense, yeah.
No, it's just, you know,
Yeah,
No,
it's
what
sort of
kind
the
of like-
logistics out.
Yeah, to be fair, Westy was a late start out there when we went on the Friday night, wasn't it? It was late us getting to there.
Yeah, I think we were late when we had slightly delayed, and then by the time all the boys changed and got ready, was it 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, something like that?
Yeah, it was a late one,
It
yeah.
was late.
But I know we were talking about hosting the sponsors, so could we started earlier with sponsors and then teams could play?
Yeah, could definitely do that.
in terms of the, just, sorry, I keep talking about it, just if you've got 50 people plus any extra guests in here, it's going to be quite squeezing here, isn't it?
Yeah, we can accommodate 80 in here and
Okay,
the
so-
maximum.
Yeah, so that's pushing it back to the limit, isn't it?
Yeah.
we'll set ourselves around to it, which anything else be an option potentially.
Don't know.
They would probably want money for it.
That'd be a large expense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we'd
Yeah.
have to, that
And at
would
the
be,
minute we're operating on
No, I
level.
understand, but it's just for the accommodations.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be a problem. I'm a trustee, you know, I don't think it'd be a problem. The thing is, it's the mayor's reception,
Yeah,
and I think, you know, the mayor's reception.
plus the flood
you
rate,
know, the-
Cleckley House can only accommodate like 80 upstairs.
Yeah, it's not much bigger, it's just the space is like a rectangular space, but I think it needs, if it's a mayoral reception, it needs to be
Yeah.
here, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think if you clear away these tables and stuff, you would be able to fit a lot more in.
Yeah.
I think we'll just make sure it's empty.
Yeah. So what
Yeah,
sort of like
really
a buffet, I think.
Yeah, so it'd probably be a buffet.
Yeah.
And Westy will back me up. I don't think the food was the best over there, was it?
Not on the Friday evening. What do we have? We had, well, in fact, we did have nice canapes, didn't we?
We had lovely canapes,
And then we
they
had
gave us the
lasagna and then we had lasagna in tin trays,
That's it.
which are all burnt.
Ah, we would choke at that as well.
Oh, the Rugby boys, Rugby's team will be over here, they.
Oh, it's
I think it was just a smoke game, yeah.
Friday Rugby spoke on spice.
Have you put a sneaky side, found a bite?
But yeah, we'd probably look at giving them a buffet. Again, this all depends on when they arrive. It's a big factor. Whether we need to maybe give them a lunchbox when they arrive or when they, I don't know.
The Friday night would be for the men to host, so
Yeah.
that'll come out the mayoral budget.
Yeah,
The Friday night. would be-
yeah,
If the mayor's hosting it, comes out the mayoral budget, so it's a different budget to
yeah.
what we're running with.
But that's that one. On the Saturday then, would the Twinning want to host
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to host.
an evening?
What would be nice is to do something like less formal, sort of like a barbecue thing. Does something Furnace can do?
We've got the new decking area designed, which was more or less done for a barbecue area. We could do that. Mari does a lot of the food for us. I don't know if you've been there, Mari, Joe Pugh, Byron Pugh, Titch, you know, his wife, she does a lot of food for us and birthday and stuff. The food should start in, so I'm sure we can have a discussion about that.
Yeah, well, ideally, you'd want them to wake up and have breakfast down in World Horizons.
Yeah.
Then we can take them back then, and then we'll take them to fish in the Scarlets. And then on their way then, some of them probably won't want to eat before the 1 o'clock kick-off. So we can provide maybe like bananas and things like that, the energy things before the game. And then what would be ideal then is possibly when if we give out and sorted a token system, so then we can give the boys, if the boys are hungry, because they probably will want to eat before, if the girls kick off first, the boys can have tokens then and go and eat from a barbecue area at 3, 4 o'clock. And then when the girls finish, the girls will have token, and then they'll watch the boys with a barbecue in hand. So, and then after that, then we could come to you then for your.
Yeah, but for us to host something, I think if they're having a barbecue, think of the times, because they're having a barbecue. I mean, the second game is going to finish. It'll finish about 6 o'clock. won't
Yeah.
it? So, for us to host an event then in the evening, something like 7.
Yeah, but they'll change at the facility. So it'll be because they've got the showers in furnace and things. We just
Okay.
tell them bring a bag, and they
So
can.
to put on a meal or something for everybody. Yeah.
It could be if you wanted to host it in Furnace Club. It's completely up to you where you want to
Yeah.
host it.
I
Okay.
think that makes sense.
It would,
Well,
then at the venue,
Well, that-
utilise the venue.
Yeah, I was just thinking that because again, you know, having to sort of shift around, you know, and it's not just 50 people, it's, you know, some of the, others.
Yeah.
You know, if we do it there, then we don't have to worry about that. Okay, well, you know, we'll have a look and see. How we can,
I mean, by the time you've done the presentation, isn't it? By the time you've done the presentation, you're easily
Yeah.
be looking at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
half 8, 9 o'clock, and then you.
Maybe a bit earlier than that.
Yeah, well, you call it an evening then, they've got free time.
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
do what they want.
What I would say though is because we had, I would suggest maybe, I don't know if we can work out a budget or whatever, but I would recommend they have a sit down meal on that one because they've had a barbecue, they've had breakfast, and then the night before they would have had a buffet. They would have had a proper meal.
In fairness, that can be done because she's run the Christmas dinner from
Yeah,
an 80-person Christmas dinner prep and all the rest of it. When you say about the barbecue, the only thing I'm really concerned of is that some players won't perhaps eat the barbecue before a rugby match because
Yeah,
the way it's working the system. A light buffet may be easier for them before the game with the right thing.
Yeah.
Maybe what the Twinning House said is a barbecue afterwards, isn't it? Like a hog roast or just a barbecue afterwards,
Yeah.
you know, so you
And
have.
then they're not having a proper meal. So they're having a buffet before it and they're having a hog roll after. Not
Is
having
that necessary to have?
I would, we would have a thing, Westy, when we had the sit down meal on the Sunday, didn't we? And it was really nice.
On the Sunday, yeah, we went to the local restaurant, and that was proper nice. That was, in fairness.
Yeah, I think
On the Saturday, we didn't have much on the Saturday, did we?
No, do you remember it was bread for
pasta at
breakfast,
lunchtime,
bread for
innit?
tea, bread for lunch.
We had
Like that?
pasta at lunchtime, didn't we?
Yeah,
And chicken, and that was it. And then, well, the other team didn't turn up then
no.
after the match.
Alternatively, we could host the breakfast on Sunday.
Yeah.
And give them a bigger breakfast. Because then we can do that.
Hearty breakfast.
Sorry?
A hearty breakfast.
A hearty breakfast, where, you know, because they'll be ready to.
You can do that.
To go back home.
Fine,
Events,
down there as well.
or down there, or, yeah.
No, McCunness or
They ripped us off early on this last time. So sorry, no disrespect, but
You can say it, I want to do breakfast.
where we hosted a meeting last time the French people came over, and it wasn't worth the money we paid. In all honesty, I wouldn't. So, but again, we said about Kniffley House. If it was 60, 70 people there,
They'd open on a Sunday morning.
They'd open on Sunday.
Yeah.
What about the restaurant or the cafe in Pakistan?
Um,
So you keep them with the rugby
yeah.
team, aren't you? And I'm sure they will do a deal there for that quantity of people.
Yeah. Unless we do a late, because it will be lighter, unless when they come over to you fish, they have a sit down meal, or not in the calf or whatever, they go and eat in the calf, and then they come over and kick off at 3 and kick off at 6. And then you have the hog roast in the evening then.
I think the one thing we need to do is find out the flight times, because, you know, if it's on the Sunday, if they have to sort of dash off to Bristol really quickly, that's going to change the dynamic of that. Even on Friday evening, if they're, you know, if it isn't, they're coming in the morning, you know, factor in the time. I mean, you came with me last time, didn't
Yeah,
you? I mean, it's, you know, it's 2 hours in the car, but if you're taking people in a coach or something, it's longer, and the parking and all this sort of thing. I think that would be the first thing I would do, is look at the, you know, the times of the flight on the Friday and the time. They're going home on the Sunday afternoon, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a
Meeting with them.
We've got a meeting with them now
Yeah.
over the next few weeks, so we'll
I think we need,
that agenda.
yeah, if we just do that, because then we can build it up. You know, one way or the other, the Twin would be happy to, you know, to fund, you know, one of the aspects of it.
Yeah.
But I'm just thinking, if you can involve the heart and soul bar, it keeps it more rugby. The Scarlets are involved. Like I said, the Twinning can do the costs, and I'm sure they do a deal for a rugby event, if you know what I mean.
No, that, I mean, you know,
On the Saturday.
Yeah, before, because we could kick off later then, see, and do it.
So what time would they, so what time would they have breakfast on Saturday?
9 o'clock?
So they probably to head over to the stadium by
10.
10.
10,
And what we realised with the French, that they are always late.
Okay.
So,
say 10:30.
yeah,
Do the little tour or whatever,
Tour the stadium,
and then the meal.
11:30.
they were always late. When they Westy, everything was late over there.
So if we put something.
Yeah,
on-
late or didn't arrive.
Late or didn't arrive, yeah.
We put something so go between 12 and 1.
Because you could then kick off a rugby game at 3, and we've got the light anyway, so we could kick off at 6. And then, yeah.
And then after have your barbecue,
Yeah.
and on the Sunday morning, then instead of having to go somewhere for food, they can have the food down in
Yeah,
the horizon then.
yeah.
So how many we catered for? Which one would we say?
60, say.
There's 50 of them, any coaches, but then it's.
No, that's included in the
Okay,
coaches.
but then there'd be a number of us.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah,
if there's 10 of us.
On the Saturday during the
Saturday, I think so, yeah.
Well,
free
okay.
on a Saturday morning.
I don't think it'll be more than 10. If the delegation come over, I'd add an extra 5 over, but
That's fine.
I'd
But that, again, if we have a, you know, male delegation, it changes.
no, it's not fair.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
It'll be their director of sport,
Oh, okay, so.
so,
I'd like to attend as well.
yeah.
Well, this is what I'm saying, you know, is by the time, if we're hosting something, we will invite other people, some of the dignitaries, you know, some of our committee members, and I'm, you know, I know David's sitting very quietly over there, but if, you know, with, if we've got sponsors and things like that, and, you know,
I'm
making sure
confident we
that
can get
they're,
our responses.
sorry?
I'm confident we can get our responses.
And yeah, and making sure that they're involved as well in things, you know, that they should have a presence. So, you know, from 50, we're going to be up to like 70 then, aren't we?
I felt
Thumbs up, yeah.
like during the morning on the Saturday for the Scarlets visit. Would you trample 70 people around the Scarlets on the Saturday morning? Surely
That's
that's
50
just
of that.
for the team. That's just for the 50 of them, isn't it? They got, you know, opportunity to see the Scarlets, isn't it? A number of us just chaperoning and flitting them around back and forth. It comes then, isn't it, for the match is when you invite everybody.
Yes, exactly.
It's an open invite then, isn't it, for the matches, the presentation in the evening, the barbecue, isn't it, in the evening then? But you shut it down in the morning, that's just for them to come and see the Scarlets in the venue.
But if people are there, that, you know, everybody doesn't have to go on a tour.
Yeah.
If you've got extra people there, you would
That's
expect it.
right,
You know,
They're always in more football anyway. I mean, so even if we say 70, we probably cater for 80 anyway.
Okay.
So,
Brilliant.
you know,
But, you know, that's.
So yeah, that's kind of where we're at for that then on the arrangement. So at least we know now.
So barbecue in the club after the first game.
Yeah,
And after the second game.
yeah.
Do you know any budgets on that? So
Hang on, that's coming onto the funding avenues with.
Barbecue would be after the 2 games, surely. Now.
No, you could put it on after. Oh well, if we're having food, yeah. After, yeah, you probably do it after the second game.
after
Cause
the
they could hang fire.
Do the second
Because if
game.
they really want food, they can go in and get a pack of crisps in the club or whatever.
The second game, then you do the, well, we can make fruit and
Yeah, we can
stuff
do
like that
something,
it's available anyway. We can do a fruit table or whatever.
Yeah.
Tesco's will happily sponsor
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. And then we do a barbecue during the presentation, so it's very informal. You know,
18-year-old girls. 30 minutes or 35 minutes.
It'll be 35.
35. So we did it 2:30. Quite 3 o'clock. So
3 o'clock, if you go 3 hours, 5, you'll be fine.
yeah, I'm back to it.
Yeah, 3 or 5.
3
Yeah.
or 5.
And then you're all done and dusted by 7:30.
and that leads on to a presentation. Give them half an hour to
Yeah.
do whatever presentation.
Yeah, they did Wesley the
At the same
present.
time,
They did the presentation straight after the game, didn't they? But I don't know if that's because the mayor had to go.
Yeah, it was pretty much on the final whistle and on the ground. And then, well, they invited us back for food, didn't they?
Yeah, and they didn't turn up.
And we went and they didn't turn up.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm all excited for it.
But yeah.
Sounds good.
So that's kind of the idea that we're going for. Again, but I know we're going to come on to budget and things like that. It's going to be difficult in terms of the budgets we can offer. But I'm sure David has created a great business pack as well that I can share after the meeting as well.
Yes, so the idea is that there's 3 layers sponsorship, with the most basic ones just being supporter. After that, people just get a logo in the program. And I think I said without. But so you put one out or
No.
be 2 seconds, document yourselves. I'll let know and then I can show the screen.
Is the cafe open in the Scarlets all the time?
At the moment, it's open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's game. Feels back to a little bit helping out there. Well, decent, but it's not bad since they reopened it. It's been popular.
Gaines did a bit of everything and sure.
So they potentially, if there's a demand for it, it'll go back open full time.
Okay.
So they've done it sort of like part time to start, just to see the uptake. But so I think it's like at the moment it's limited menu, small like breakfast, brunch. So yeah.
So what I've done is I've suggested a supporter, which is a very basic one where you get that with the program. You get some social media thank yous, and your name listed as a supporter. Then we've got a sponsor package then where they get match tickets and they get welcome to the mayoral reception. Same with the program logos, and then we've got a main sponsor then, which would be very much nice to have. Where they just get t-shirts, training t-shirts, with a logo on that.
So basically, we were.
Everything else.
What were the, I can't see that far. What were the prices? Yeah.
So £50 for the supporter,
Yeah.
£450 for a sponsor, and then £2,500 for the main sponsor.
So with the main sponsor, Westy wouldn't go towards the schoolboys, say on the kit, but it would be like we'd purchase additional t-shirts that they could warm up in or something, that with the sponsor's logo on. So it's not going to take away from the saucepans or athletic schoolboys in any way.
No, thank.
What sort of take up to imagine with with those packages?
So I reckon we could probably get quite a few supporters. There's loads of people who would be more than happy to chuck 50 quid in because it's a very low bar. Then I think we could get quite a few sponsors, people who are really engaged. We'd be hard pushed to do this, the main sponsor, but if we don't ask, we don't get. So I think we should put it on the list. And by having that there, it also makes this one look more reasonable and help us sell more of them. Because you gear this up in a way that helps you sell more of the middle ones, which is the ones.
Yeah.
That'll actually
Should also be quite popular, I think.
Yeah.
There's going to be people who sort of approach like the U500.
Yeah.
What's the main sponsor again? So the sponsor package.
So the sponsor package is logo in the match programme, social media thank yous, name listed on a supporters wall banner at the event. Then you've got the sponsors package, which is the same as all that, sorry, as the supporter one. They also get 4 match tickets, 2 tickets to the mayoral reception, logo on any social media posts. I've written event website if we have one, I don't know. No. And then option to include promotional material in the match programme, for example, a half-page ad or a flyer.
If they want to, is there room in Furness for them outside the fence to put like, their own like stall up or something? That could be it.
We've got a big area.
Yeah, I'm thinking along the road, along the non-use road.
We've got on the pitch itself, open up pitch fenced off.
Yeah, I've seen that.
But
Yeah.
inside there, then we've got quite an area, a big area on the right hand side. They went to put something. We open first. We open the double gates, right? So the one we just open a single one.
Yeah.
So they could pass the sponsors thing directly there.
There we are.
So it's on the pitch as well.
Yeah.
So when you want to be watching things going, it'll pick up that problem into it. So it's not a good sight when you see it. So
Stall on match day, is it?
Fun stall on stage. Sorry, Paul. Can I just, Westy, have you got a VO that we could use as well?
if not,
Yeah, we've got a VO.
Oh, there, brilliant. Yeah.
You said 4 match tickets. Are we assuming then that we're going to charge people to come and watch the match?
No.
Otherwise, we're giving them something that would be free anyway.
You don't have to publicise that, don't you?
No, I'm just.
it's like
And charge it.
Yeah.
That's what just the adults and school children free.
Yeah.
School
Okay.
children free.
What sort of level would you charge?
£3.
Yeah. Okay.
Because to be honest, they're paying £3 for the division fairness now, right? So
Yeah.
it goes up as you walk.
Okay.
People don't mind paying for it.
People do expect to have to pay, don't they?
Well, it's a double header.
That's an exclusive event.
Yeah. Okay. So now that does have a value.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we were to take, say, £2 charge and 18's free.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that'd be good.
Sean,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt. I'm just thinking, do you know, Stephen, do the community hall on Furness Pitch?
Yeah.
Would we put the could we put the sponsors in
there is
there?
actually, there was supposed to be changing rooms built underneath there. But
Yeah.
March County Council
Could we
I
put
would
the
say it,
sponsors in there though?
did something and didn't do it, basically. But the community hall, we've got side gates there, which can have access to it. It's not the easiest underfoot to get back in and out of, but it doesn't open directly onto the rugby pitch itself. But I'm sure
Yeah.
if there's something we would have put in there as well, I'm sure we can get over that easy enough. So
That's the rule.
it's rural. So
Oh, I was just thinking, do you know, if people did sponsor the game or there were sponsors,
yeah,
we could put them in there, could we?
Yeah.
because
It's a crack
you know,
with the
if
pitch,
you,
isn't
if
it?
you want, you could put some of the sponsors there. But we've got a coach as well, which we could sign
Yeah.
off. We do it all the time for sponsors anyway. Depending, you know, if you're talking to the £2.5 sponsors, we can sign a coach off for
Right.
them, and we can put a buffet in there anyway, just specifically for those sponsors.
Oh, no.
Or we could try and see, depending on how many you get, you know.
Yeah, because that hall is quite large
It is large, yeah.
and there's a fully fitted kitchen there.
There's a problem with that kitchen because I've been looking into it
okay.
because the extractor fan. Because I was hoping that links to use it, extractor fan isn't safe for installations on the right foot. Yeah.
I don't know, there's an issue with the
The
decking.
decking fixed. That's all.
Oh, that's all okay.
I was on with last year, so there is a potential there for it.
Yeah,
It's not a no.
there is an additional space needed.
I was also going to suggest that for anyone who buys these packages before, say, the end of 2025, that they get a 10% discount off of any package. I mean, what would not going to run through the, because it would just encourage a few early sales.
Yeah.
The good thing about that then is once you've done those few early sales, then in the new year, then I mean, you can see we've already got all these people.
And we've already got some sort of idea of budget as well.
Yes. So I know you lose out on some of that sponsorship money, but also a lot of people will go on by now when.
So that's money we don't have at the minute, so we're not losing anything.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
David, who would hold the money?
Who would hold money? Well, I can't see any reason why the town council couldn't hold money.
We're all eyes on you, then.
I know. We need to speak to the clerk.
You speak to that, but yeah, because I know we've got specific accounts we can make up and stuff like that.
Let's speak to the clerk about that. Or the twinning could.
Can't we do this?
Yeah, no, I'm not, yeah, of course we can. Yeah, so, you know, but, it's just, you know, it's just a question, you know, so that you have to say, well, look, you need to pay this in, and then agree, you know, what that money then is actually going to pay for, you know, which bits of it, you know, of the overall expenses budget, you know, what the town council or Twinning Association will pay for certain that we agreed to do. But you know, does it pay for the coach to go and pick them up from Bristol? Does it pay for, you know, minibuses? Does it
Just
pay
the
for,
breakdown of everything.
yeah, you know, does it pay for something down at World Horizons? So we need an actual,
Yeah.
you know, a budget.
Yeah, we can have a look at that.
Yeah, but no, it's not subject to everybody being in agreement, which isn't going to be an issue. But that's it's a whole for the budget. But I think from the association's point of view, it's just so it's very transparent, you know, what that money is coming in, and you know. Okay.
When do we expect to go live, do you think, with them?
Well, I could do now, so, and say, you know, because it's November, December, a lot of people are focusing on Christmas and all sorts of other stuff, so I can move it now,
Okay.
and then see if we can just start getting those sales, and like I said, go offer a 10% discount if they buy before the end of 2025.
Would that post come from the Twinning?
I suggest this runs from the Twinning, because the Twinning will be the ones expecting to take the money then.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know, with everybody else supporting.
Yeah.
I
Everybody
know that
needs
the
it.
clerk would be happier.
Sorry?
I know the clerk would be happy.
Well, yeah, that's.
From the twinning, it's clear.
I'm sure
It's
it would.
clear.
It avoids, let me put this politely, you know, members of the public sort of querying what's going on. I think because if it's with a, you know,
Next to the body.
yeah, an outside body rather than, you know, there's always somebody who wants to. Yeah.
Okay,
Just Sean, just to say, on this, David, particularly in relation to the sponsorship, we need to clarify the word gone.
I've sent the updated one to Sean.
What obviously at the Scarlet side, you know, so you've got specific tag words, you know, that give us the best response when people go on social media. Would there be a list of what you could do to make sure that the right people pick up on it? So future stars, that type of thing. I don't know if there's any hashtags that the Scarlets use that they know gives them the best returns from the rugby side of it, because especially what's happening in Welsh rugby at the moment, we get this out quite quickly. There are people very passionate about rugby, so you know, we want to put something back into it, like, you know,
Yeah.
we all know these youngsters are going to hopefully be wearing the Scarlets for 2 years, you know, so they said, like, they didn't get out of it.
could the branch community foundation share the, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, David, are you willing to sort of take a lead on, you know, on this sort of package or, you know, how it's been managed? You know, I mean, you know, obviously we look after the money, share it, etc., but, you know, we do need one sort of dedicated person who would, you know, if somebody phones up with a query and says, okay, so what do I get for my package? You know, what does that actually mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you happy to do
I'm
that?
happy to do that. What I would need is regular updates on any payments received, so that
Yeah.
I know the people.
Well, absolutely, yeah, so.
And then I can keep it in a spreadsheet.
And then,
Yeah, that's.
so then just one of the last bits before we come on to any other business partner inputs, Paolo, do you want to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, it's on here. I think, you know, this, anything to do with twinning, on here it just says it's not just the trip. It is the fact that, you know, the twinning has been going since 1989, and we hope it just, you know, continues going on. That for anybody involved with its rugby teams, you know, we've got the Philharmonics are going, I think, next month to Agen. We've got the Art Society, you know, already booked trips there. You know, we've got school, the college, and everything, and they're not just trips. You know, it's part of the wider vision of what twinning is all about. And so, you know, for the young people who are involved in this as well. And I think what you said about starting off, looking at some of the young people who are involved in this and their journey, this is perfect because it's not just about we're all going to play a game on that day, eat a barbecue and go home. So building in stories like that, I think, is really good because it's and within it, we find out that there are other stories. So that's always thing. I was just thinking, and again, we're a committee, but in terms of having another trophy, for the other, for the rooms going, I would put it to the committee that we then sponsor the other trophy. Okay. Yeah. Just pop down and see how we're done. Yeah. But as I said, I think we're in a position now, the number of activities and things happening around twinning. We've got the Ramblers, even tennis clubs wanting to talk to each other. It's really, the impetus that we've got for twinning. Talking to a school in Krakow as well. We're doing a project with them. Hopefully we're going next year, taking some young people from here to Krakow as well. There's a lot going on, so for everybody to see that. I think also, everybody saw it. We did put out a statement regarding Welsh Rugby Union's decision-making process about the Scarlets and rugby and everything, and tying it in with the fact that it was Australia was formed because of the passion for rugby. So we put out a statement and a link to the petition as well, and just with the wording asking the Welsh Rugby Union please to bear in mind how it fits in with the cultural heritage of our town. Rugby, it's not just the game here, it's part of the identity of our town as well.
What was agreed last night, Paolo, by members, because we had an agenda item last night in council.
Yeah.
So what was agreed last night was that we would work with the Scarlets. Avan and I have a meeting tomorrow night at 7 PM. Sean's joining us for that as well, with the Scots fan group base. And I know David's been very passionate in supporting, and what was agreed last night was buses, if that was what was required on the day on the 27th, that the town council would have.
For the choirs and stuff, that's.
Yes, for the choirs.
He didn't come over. What David wanted to bring it over, it was for the choirs and stuff, the buses are, rather than supporters, because there is shuttle buses there.
With the support, if we've got choirs and stuff that want to look at doing it, get it going and so.
Yeah, the whole thing will get from there.
I understand you've got quite a few. Sean was saying you've got quite a few like minis going on the day as well.
Yeah, we got 55 community teams.
Wow.
So there's a festival, so pre-game. So everything's going to be open a little bit sooner because there's a march as well. From the
says the rugby posts.
I said from Sandy. Yeah, so we so it's kind of like it will be sort of quite busy, I think.
Got it out of the way, so I can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good idea what you said, a bit of a profile of the players coming through, because it was that TV programme.
Yeah.
When it was profile, all right, it was the 4 regions they were looking at players in, but one of the boys there who was playing for the Scarlets, when I went to a Lars concert, he was there with the Lars concert, and I spoke to him about it. I was speaking to him about it. He says he stopped playing rugby now, but it was the progress of him with the rugby and gone now with his singing career.
One other question, in terms of that weekend, has anybody got any links with somebody, very high profile person in the world of rugby who might like to come along?
Derek Cordell lives directly above there.
Yeah, well, people like that, something like that. I don't know if we might be able to get a match referee.
Well, this is what we're trying to get that, Joe.
Yeah.
Last
It was
Nigel, I'm sure he'd, as long as he's in the country, I'm sure he'd.
Who's got a really good relationship with Nigel?
I know Nigel well.
Yeah. I mean that.
I've got a connection as well, but mine's less probably than yours. I have got a personal connection. I have a personal connection with it, but I know some, and who else? Oh God, what's his name? I can't remember his surname. Ricky. He does quite a lot of the commentating on it.
Yes.
Ricky, yeah. I know Ricky very well. I've already spoken with Ricky and exactly the
Your
as well.
packages, is that they can actually get to meet, somebody on it's like 3 hours or somebody.
I have asked Jack as well, if he can come down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The one piece of interest, something like that is like here, not people like that,
So,
Yeah.
Jacob Morris, O's,
yeah, I was to the,
Would you like me to ask Tonya as well, because she's been involved in our training
would
right
not.
from day one.
Well, Tony's on the board and stuff.
Yeah, I know that's
The female team as well.
I mean, I knew Tonya personally before she became an MP and everything. So
I think the formal invite to Tonya might be nice.
Sorry?
Formal invite to Tonya. Might be
I'll give her a call and then send her a formal invitation if that's
We're working on a project currently at the minute as well, like we were Park Howard.
smashing boundaries.
Smashing boundaries, and
Yeah.
that's encouraging girls, isn't it,
Mm.
into the world of sport. So I don't know how potentially that could link into this potentially, although that project may have come to an end by then. But
Yeah, we
James Story's involved in that as well.
Yeah.
I know James is with you, isn't he? And James is based at
James Owen.
and for World Horizons. Yeah.
World Horizons.
Yeah.
And I know he's keen to look at doing some stuff on podcasts and stuff like that. So he's keen to get some interviews with some of the players for the
Friday, May the
podcasts and stuff.
26th games on Friday.
No, June.
June, sorry.
June
Yeah,
26th is the Friday.
Don't, if it's May, I wouldn't even be here. I'm going to be in Ashton anyway. So yeah, Friday,
June 26th until
26th to they go home on the 28th. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, but has anyone got anything else you'd want to add before,
What would be nice is obviously if they come in from World Horizons, the buses will take them under Pont Agen Bridge.
yeah,
So it'd be nice to put a French flag
yeah,
on there, to be honest.
But we've done that in the past. And actually, I was driving a minibus and actually stopped the minibus in the middle of the road, so they could, or you can just park on the side and walk over it, and have I've got pictures of people actually on the bridge and then taking it from the road.
But it'd be good a French flag on it, to be honest, so.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think the Scarlets did it for one big game, and there was a flag there, which was.
Yeah.
Remember, it's got some more or something like that.
Hopefully by June next year, the thing of hanging flags everywhere will pass, and we can just put them there without anybody.
Don't hold your breath.
Flags on the pitch as well, with flags.
Yeah, they did as well. It was, Westy, Westy, they had flags on the pitch as well, didn't they?
And the other thing, because
we had two big flags.
Agen is a bilingual town, they speak French and Occitan. I've got one, but I can order a few Occitan flags as well, to be on there as well. So I mean, these things we can work out
So what-
near at the time.
Westy, have you got anything final to add?
No, well, do you know the one thing about the sponsors?
Yeah.
I don't know whether we can, the sponsors who actually contribute to us getting out there, I don't know whether we can, is there any way of putting them involved in this game? Because in fairness, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have gone anywhere near Agen.
I think we could offer them free match tickets for that, can we?
I think that we had, 5 or 6 sponsors?
Yeah, Lean Kitchen and all them, yeah?
Lewis Construction, Hay Workers, Dan and Daniel, in fairness.
Yeah, we'll sort something out. We'll,
No.
no, that's a good point.
No, apart from
It's
that.
nice to
The rugby
acknowledge them,
clubs.
'cause, yeah, they sponsored them when they went out, didn't they?
Who's this?
VX3.
Like VX3 and
Yeah, VX3 we had
Lewis
Kitkers.
Constructions and stuff.
Yeah, we'll
So
sort
then
it.
they should.
Yeah. Is there anyone, Pablo, anything else?
No, I think it's good. Just very quickly, as you know, the Twinning Association, we are a community group, and the only way that we get funding is little bits from the town council, but we have to do our own funding. We've got a curry night next Wednesday. It's only £14. I think I've emailed everybody out.
Yeah,
but-
Westy, can you if I send you something, do you mind posting it in the parents group for me? It's
Yeah,
just
no,
a-
is
just a
it
curry
that
night.
poster for the curry night?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I got it somewhere.
It's on it's only £14 a head, but you know, that money, what we make from that will be directly going into, into this project as well. So, you know, it's just that way people can support it as well. But no, thank you. I think it's all very, very positive.
Victory.
Yeah.
Fish, anything else?
No, good. I just think that the only other potential you might have got is talk about buses. You might get one of the local bus companies because the travel isn't huge. They might sponsor them again if you think of the publicity they'll get.
Yeah.
So it might be worth speaking to one of the local sort of coach companies. Say, listen, we've got Agen over. You know, so would you be able to sort of make life a lot easier?
Yeah.
Well, we need the coach to go to, to and from Bristol, and then, you know, I drive the minibuses for Don and Tavy, but so the driver 16 people, so you know, back it almost becomes like a shuttle.
Sean and I are currently undergoing the training for Dawn Toby as
Yeah.
well in preparation for this in case we need it.
Okay, there we are.
What you may find, Mike, is coaches back on Cardiff are very expensive, because rugby coaches in Ireland, they're very expensive.
You've got a quote for 1.2k for pick up and drop off.
That may be something that perhaps, as Paul's would be saying, is you could perhaps offer them a main sponsorship package, or restricted or slightly less, where they cover the cost of the.
So you can have the trip as long as you do the running around.
Yeah, so you're not losing money then. You're having something for free,
Yeah.
and they could do the dollar try and beat.
I can speak so because they were significantly less than everyone.
Was it?
I remember I've got the quote downstairs, but I knew the bloke. I knew one of the boys
Yeah.
on the phone.
It may be something for them.
Yeah.
It would be cover
Yeah.
the whole weekend.
Well, the more that we can get sponsored, and it's supporting local businesses, because I think, you know, we keep this. It's about our town. I think that's really important. We've got local businesses sponsoring it. You know, I think I've said before, in Agen, when they put on big events there, and everything is sponsored by local businesses. You know, David's been, and you've seen it, haven't you? You know, the big festivals. It takes hours to thank everybody, because you know they go through all the formalities, but every car showroom, every shop, everybody so gets involved. Yeah.
Okay. Dan?
No.
Anything else, no? David?
No, just if everyone's happy for me to start, I can start.
Yeah.
As long as we can run past that wording with the clerk.
I'll put it off then until I've.
Spoken to the clerk.
Easier.
Yeah.
We'll go and speak to him.
Steve?
Yeah, if anybody has any contact details regards hog roasts or the town barbecues,
I know, okay.
let me know, because the only guy I know, he's finished doing it, but fingers crossed.
Yeah, there's two vegetarians here, so we're close our eyes to it. No, it is. A whole pig sitting there.
Andrew?
All good,
All good. There we are.
all good, and well done to the way you've hosted this meeting, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Sean, thank you very much for all the hard work that you and everybody's putting into this, because this is something really monumental for our town. So that's good. So thank you.
Brilliant. Westy, diolch yn fawr.
Aio, diolch.
Diolch.
Ta.
Yeah.